Hi everyone, it's Angela here. I hope you're having a great day so far. So, if you want to know what I really do or what I've done in my past life before, I've run businesses. I was manager, store manager. I had to come up with creative ways to bring in revenue, things like that, and I'm really good at it. I, hire, training, educating, everything that you need to do as far as, getting people prepared to work. And now a consultant. I'm not looking for work or anything now, but I'm going to show you how I consult people. One of the things I do are what you call blind visits. I'll go to a place, I'll look at it, how it's run. I look at management, I look at the crew, I look at their uniforms, I look at the cleanliness of the stores, and I let them know you're losing money here, you're losing money there, you're losing money there. Well, I am right here to talk about the fact that Senator J.D. Vance visits Primanti Brothers in Pittsburgh, and he was met with a very cold greeting. So let's listen to this gentleman, and then I'm going to react.
Republican Vice President J.D. Vance is here in Western Pennsylvania this weekend. While here, KDKA's Ricky Sayer looked into this and joins us now from Monroeville.
A Primanti spokesperson tells us this all comes down to some momentary confusion for members of their staff. We're told there was no advance notice that Vance would be coming. They also say they have long hosted political candidates from across the spectrum. The North for Sale's Primanti Brothers has suddenly been thrust into the political spotlight.
Vance was banned from Primanti Brothers. He was banned from making a stop there for political reasons.
A Primanti Brothers spokesperson says what Washington County Republican Party Chair Sean Logue told us is inaccurate.
Sponsors.
Logue is one of what he says were about 100 Trump supporters who'd been tipped off that Vance planned to make a stop there. They arrived about an hour early.
The manager told patrons, other Republicans, that Vance is not allowed to make a campaign stop at Primanti Brothers. And then when there was pushback to say, wait a second, Kamala Harris just did this a month ago, the response was, well, if he wants to sit down and order food, we can't stop him.
Vance arrived ahead of another campaign stop in Monroeville.
And next thing you know, the manager runs out and tells him that he is not allowed in the restaurant, that he cannot have a campaign stop here. And if he goes into the restaurant, she will call the police and file trespassing charges on him. I think it's absolutely insane.
Many Trump supporters exited the restaurant and began taking pictures with Vance outside. Primanti says Vance and his team were then welcomed into the restaurant where they were able to talk with guests. Logue tells a different story.
Number one, he was not welcomed. And then J.D. Vance, on his own accord, risking a trespass charge, walked into Primanti's, paid the bill for all of us, and walked out 2 minutes later.
Before leaving, Vance addressed those outside.
Look, I think what happened is she just freaked out a little bit because there were a lot of people and she didn't want to make her restaurant part of a campaign stop. It's all right. Don't hold it against her. She just got a little nervous, but it's a great local business. Let's keep on supporting it.
Primanti says what Vance shared was accurate.
Senator Vance is a true gentleman, and he was being very nice and very gracious, and he was being magnanimous. And he didn't want to cause any other problems. I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you that the way Primanti Brothers treated me and the other Republicans is absolutely unacceptable, and nowhere in their statement is an apology. Where's my apology, Primanti Brothers?
Primanti says they are glad what happened was resolved quickly. In North for Sales, Ricky Sayer, KDK.
So right now I'm going to read the statement after everything happened and all that stuff. We saw the video before of what happened, and now here's their response. Primanti's prides itself on being a staple to the Pittsburgh community and a proud American business that has hosted sitting presidents, politicians, and political candidates from across the spectrum for over 90 years. Our doors are open to all patrons who wish to dine with us. And next one, without advance notice, today's campaign stop caused some momentary confusion for our staff. However, Senator Vance and his team were welcomed into our restaurant shortly after and engaged with other guests inside and on the property. He only went in, paid the bill, and then walked out. He actually paid for everyone's food, so that was great, and that was really nice of them. Now, here's the problem. Senator Vance's supportive comments that our manager got a little nervous given the Secret Service, police, and crowd accurately reflect the nature of what occurred. And we are glad that it was resolved quickly. So to the people that, and so now we're going to go to another one of my saved, let me go to my other book. All right, so here's another video. Of course, these people, whoever Tony Michaels or whatever he is, I don't know, but obviously the guy doesn't know about running a business, okay? As a business operations consultant, I think that, praising stuff like this is the completely wrong thing to do. I think if anything, the restaurant has lost a lot of business because everyone canceled their orders. It was a whole bunch of money. There was a whole bunch of money walking out the door. So, if you're running a business, now the difference between your politics and running a business, there should be they should not commingle, okay? Because the first thing I would do if anyone tries to bring their political ideology into my business, they're gone. I'm sorry. Because a lot of these political people they're solely motivated by their feelings. It's like, oh my gosh, they're like, oh, she got nervous, she was triggered, blah, blah, blah. There's no excuse for that. When I see things like that, Secret Service, all that, I would feel a lot safer, okay? Now, maybe that manager has something going on that the feds are probably looking at her. I don't know. Neither do you. But let's watch this genius, and we'll put that in quote, end quote, genius, talk about how it's funny that they're kicked from a business and stuff like that. But, I guess their feelings trump everything else. These people, those sales depend on how much money they make, how much the restaurant brings in, its profitability. At the end of the day, businesses are in business to make money. And when I don't want to insult him so bad, but whatever. Well, let this guy show who he really is, and you all are entitled to.
Hey, y'all, you got to check this out. J.D. Vance just got kicked out of a restaurant in Pennsylvania.
The manager went outside, told them they need to leave. They will call the police if he comes south. Unfortunately, he cannot come in. So what's going to happen is that they're going to take down our name, all our information, so the next time the kitchen crew's running out, because everyone's canceling their orders. Everyone just canceled all the orders, and we're just paying for what we drank, and then everyone's leaving. But yes, unfortunately, Vance cannot come out of his car, cannot shake our hands, because Primanti Brothers does not want him in here whatsoever.
This is what happens when you attack communities. Communities don't like you, and they don't want you around them. MAGA's about to be pariahs to our society. Good riddance.
All right, as you can see, this guy is looking happy. You know why? I'll tell you why this dude is happy. Because it doesn't affect with his bottom line, He's not running the business. He has zero vested interest in the business, the Primanti Brothers. So I just put a comment there that said, it's nice that you help kill a business over the manager's feelings. Dems are crybabies. It's true. They really are. Look at all that money walking out the door. Number one, you don't bring your politics into the business like that. I would talk to any big corporation, and I do call them out a lot, because recently I called out, where was my book? Oh, Angela. Where's my book marked? With Coca-Cola. There is right here. I'm not one to call for boycotts since we live in a free market economy. However, when people running the company put politics ahead of the bottom line, they should be kicked out on their asses. Coca-Cola just pissed away millions of dollars because they wouldn't allow even Trump 2024, Kamala 2024, maybe if they removed the space, but I don't know. There were many things that they did. And that was like, I mean, it's $7 to $8 a can. When you have thousands upon thousands of people wanting to order that stuff, you know, if I were a shareholder of Coca-Cola, I'd have that board and say, what the hell is wrong with you? Because, again, people are in business to make money. When they come out onto the public, and, you know, when they go public as far as regular people owning shares, I would be livid. I'm like, look, all that money that's walking away. I mean, and it's not about the greed. Don't talk about the greed. Because the more that a company brings in, that affects your wages. If you're working for a company, any kind of job you do, if you have shareholders, if you have that, everybody's got to make money off the top, you know. But the thing is, if you work for these companies, your wages are determined by the success or the failure of that one store that you are working in. So now we'll let them see what happens with Primanti Brothers. So number one, I don't care if anyone did anything like that. They try to kick anyone. I don't care what party they are. I'll tell you right now, I will not. That person will not be working for my company. Now, as a manager, the concern I would have is something, okay, we want to make sure that we're not violating any OSHA, that there are no OSHA violations. We want to make sure that our store is at capacity, you know, according to what the fire code is. I would call the fire department and have them come out and say, hey, you know, how are we... make sure that we're up to code here and we could accommodate all these people. Real easy. They come out, they do them service calls. I don't know if they had to, and if that service has to be paid for, I'd probably ask the campaign to chip in for that. However, kicking someone out and is like, I don't care. Now, if the people who own the company and their stakeholders are at the front door saying, we forbid you to come in, that's fine. But a low-level manager on duty, no. That person would be gone. Any employee that becomes a liability instead of an asset, because managers are there just to do that. They're to make sure the business is being run correctly and that they're making the money that is, you know, that they're anticipating, that was forecasted that they make that day. So let's see what happens. Only the future can tell us. But all I gotta say right now is that Primanti's is not. There are so. Wait, where'd it go? Where did they go? I don't know about that. Let me look at the Primanti Brothers. And okay, here they are. And, you know, they're putting out all of their, of course, on here, only people they mention or follow can comment on their faux apology letter. But now we're going to go down there September 28th, load image. I don't know why my stuff goes like that, but there's about 10,000 comments. Angela, come on, get your stuff together, woman. They just, I don't know when they put that out. Probably recently, I don't know. But anyways, so you guys decided to go with assistant coach instead.
It's a riot. The manager went outside, told them they need to leave. They will call the police.
Okay, that's an ad. Let them deal with that. Now you're trying to cover your A's. You disabled comments on that. And on Facebook, you made us unable to reply. No, actually, GTH, here's a deal for you. Go woke, go broke. I hope you go broke. It's coming. No, you've got a boycott coming. Oh, no. See, I'm not one. I do not encourage boycotts because a company hurt my feelings. I don't do that. Fastest way down the... Oh, my gosh. Ultra Mega Joyce Day is really upset. Ooh, I will not show that. I'm sorry, buddy. Come on, Angela. Oh, my gosh. Red Hen. Red Hen did the same thing. It's true. They kicked, I think it was Sarah Huckabee-Sanders out of their restaurant. Now they're permanently closed. Yeah. But anyways, just letting you know, all you gotta say is that a reckoning is coming, and it's on them. Because of a nervous, triggered, low-level manager. Have a great one, people. Bye-bye.